Hello everyone, welcome to another 48-hour readathon, and this one's going to be a little bit different. If you can't tell by my voice, I am sick, so I'm hoping that this will still go well and that I'll be able to stay up and read because I'm not feeling the greatest, but I'm really excited for this readathon. It is a new way of doing it that I've never done before. I was actually just laying in bed. I've been thinking about changing it a little bit for a while, and I had this idea. I was really excited about it, and then I went and looked on YouTube, and there is someone who has done made their TBR this way in the past. So this isn't I didn't come up with a completely new idea, but I really still want to do it. It sounded like a lot of fun, so I will link her channel down below. She hasn't posted in a while. She hasn't played the game in quite a while either, so I really don't know if she's still active, but I wanted to give credit because she did do this very similar thing before me, and so I wanted to give credit there, but that's linked down below. But the way I am going to be playing this is through pretty much beer pong for my game. I have some red solo cups here. I got actual solo cups, which I'm really excited about. And I am going to be throwing ping pong balls at them, and then whichever one it lands in, I have prompts on the back that I will have to follow and pick a book that fits them. I have 6 cups, so I will be reading at least 6 books. Actually, there is one way that I would be reading less and one way I would be reading more, but it's pretty rare, so I don't know if it'll happen. But the way it's gonna work is if I throw it and make it the first try, then I get a free pick. Second, I have the prompts for second, third, and fourth tries on here, and then if it takes me 5 or more tries, then I have to spin a wheel of books that were suggested by my Patreons to read, and read whatever book comes up on there. I'm a little bit worried about that though, because some people put less than kind books on there. I'm not mad about it. I think it's awesome that they some picked an easy book and a hard book, and so I'm kind of hoping that one of those comes up at least. I'm thinking more than one will because I don't have that great of aim. I'm not the greatest at this game, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll go ahead, set them up on my table over here, and I'll stand 9 feet away because I looked it up, and that is the length of a ping pong table. And so that's how this is going to work. I'm really excited for it. I am playing with my Patreons. They'll be we'll be doing live sprints, and they'll be doing this with me. So I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go set this up. Okay, so I'm going to put the cups into a triangle and then throw them. I won't be able to see the prompts, so I won't be able to aim, but let's be honest, I probably don't have good enough aim anyways, so it probably doesn't matter, but we're gonna do this. And then as I make them, I will remove the cup, so it will no longer be in there. It'll make it a little bit harder, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. And I'm just gonna put some water in them to make them a bit more stable, because otherwise they might fall over when they get hit by the ping pong balls. I got my glasses so I can see a little bit better. Hopefully that will help me to make it. I'm a little bit nervous for this, honestly. I have all the ping pong balls over here, so I don't have to chase them down, but oh, here it goes. First throw. Oh, this could be so embarrassing. Okay, I've got this. Okay, that was bad. That was really bad, and the ping pong ball's just gonna keep bouncing in the background. It's fine. I mean, it shows that my floor is really level because it just kept bouncing in the same spot and then settled without rolling, which is kind of cool. Okay, here we go. Dang it! Oh, sorry to my Patreons on the computer back there. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the 3rd throw already. Holy. This is so bad. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh my. Okay, well I'm already reading a book of y'all's choice. This is starting out wonderfully, so it doesn't really matter how many throws I get at this point. Sorry. I'm bad at this game. Y'all wouldn't believe it, but I was actually relatively athletic in high school. Holy cow. Yes! I made one! Woohoo! Okay, let's go. I don't even need to see what the prompt was, but what was the prompts? We have husband pick, cozy, and lose a turn. Well, at least lose a turn is gone. Okay. Removing this pick, and I have to spin my Patreon wheel in the very first one. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so that went about as poorly as it could have. I don't really, yeah. Well, we're gonna spin the wheel. You know what? I'm sure my Patreons are very excited about the fact that we're gonna be picking one of their books. So we have some like really long books on here. So I'm a little bit nervous about this, and I don't own hardly any of them. So I'm gonna probably have to buy like the Kindle version or try to get it from my library or something for pretty much every single book on this list, but it's fine. Let's see how this goes. Into the Wild. This was a suggestion from Rebellious Reviewer. I'm gonna go find this book, and this is gonna be our pick. Fingers crossed that it's short. Okay, so this is actually a great pick. I'm not mad about this at all because it is a short middle grade book. And it's the Warriors series. I don't know if any of you read it. It has like cats on the front. I'm excited about this pick. This is pretty perfect. Unfortunately, there is like a very, very, very long, there's like a 14-week wait at my library for this book. So we're going to be going and looking on Everand, see if it's there. It is here. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. So I can listen to it for free. Well, kind of for free. I have a subscription to this. Okay, so this is probably gonna take me like 3+ hours to read. It should be really fairly short. So I'll probably be back to do another throw soon. Hopefully it goes better than the last one, but no promises, apparently. Okay, I have finished my first book. It is 7:30, but I'm probably not gonna do my next throw for another 20 minutes because I'm gonna do it with my Patreons, and our sprint does not end until 7:50. But I finished Into the Wild, which is the first book in the Warriors series. This is a really cute middle grade series about these different cat clans, and our main cat character was a house cat, a house pet, and then he joined this cat clan, and they're like warriors. They defend their territory, and there's like traitors going on, and there's these like inter-clan betrayals and things like that. It is really adorable. I absolutely enjoyed my time reading it. This is very middle grade though. Definitely keep that in mind, but I just thought that the characters were really cute, and I liked our main character. I liked his little friends that he made, and overall it's just like a really fun, sweet read. I am so glad that my Patreon Rebellious Reviewer chose this book because it was an easy read. I got through it fairly quickly, and 2, it was just cute and fun. So it was just something to start off the readathon kind of on a good note, even though I failed so miserably at throwing the ball into the cups. So I guess there's the silver lining of the fact that I absolutely am terrible at this game. I don't know. We'll see how the next one goes. I'm really hoping that I make it at least within the first 4 throws. Like, I would just really like to have a prompt and be able to pick my book for this next one. I would love to make it on my first one so I have a free pick, but maybe we shouldn't get too terribly greedy with it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 20 minutes. Rarely do I finish a book this early, like in the middle of the readathon. At the end, I do it a lot, but I don't know. Maybe I'll practice. Maybe I'll practice throwing the balls. I don't know if it's going to help me. I don't know if I can be helped at this point. Oh, okay. I have like all the balls in this Taylor Swift cup. Hopefully it'll bring me good luck. Come on. Okay. Got this. Maybe I'll make it in one. It could happen. Dang it! Okay, that one wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad. It'll be okay. There's two. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. That was so bad. It was just like bouncing on my computer back there. It's fine. I can do this. Okay, well now it doesn't matter. We'll just keep throwing. There we go. Okay, well, here's the one that we're going to be removing. The prompts on it were paperback series or free pick. Unfortunately, we got none of those. But yeah, now that one is gone, and I am going to spin and pick a Patreon book again. Okay, well, once again, we failed. Well, I failed. I don't even know if it's going to be fun to continue playing this game if I fail every time. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I might get over it pretty fast. But let's go ahead. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see what we get. Fingers crossed that it is nice to us again. And let's spin. The Sword of Shanara, picked by Eric. Okay. Oh, this is absolutely not something that I wanted to be picked because this is the first book in a series, and I just honestly, I don't want to start another high fantasy series right now, but we're gonna do it. We're going to read it. It is what it is. So let me search and see what I can find. The audiobook is 27 hours long. No way. I'm gonna make sure I have the right one because I feel like that's really long. I've seen that book and like the mass market paperback does not look that long. So I gotta make sure I have the right one. Yep, I think this is the correct one. Well, maybe I'll love it. Maybe this will suck me in and I'll have a really good time with it. Fingers crossed, but yep, this is the one we're picking. Here we go. Okay, so I lied to you when I said I didn't know if I would finish it or if I would be able to do another throw because I just decided I was going to be stubborn and I was going to stay up until I finished it. And we're now at like 5:30 in the morning, which is not good because I have sprints with my Patreons at 10. So I'm probably going to get like 4 hours of sleep. But I have finished The Sword of Shanara by Terry Brooks. I can't talk. I mean, honestly, it's a good thing that I'm even moderately coherent at this point. And it was okay. It wasn't anything that I'm absolutely in love with. It honestly actually very strongly reminded me of the Belgariad series that I read. Young boy on a farm, I guess kind of an inn farm situation, small town, hiding last of a line, going to find a magical sword with all of his like compatriots around him that are coming from the different like countries around. It's like honestly so strongly reminded me of it. And I think probably the audiobook narrator might have had like a similar vibe to the narrator from Belgariad too. I mean, I do feel like a lot of fantasy has a lot of similar vibes, right? But like they were pretty strong, pretty similar. And overall, I'd say it was probably like a 3-star read for me. The writing style reminded me kind of the Belgariad too. It had a little bit more of that older fantasy style to it. Obviously, it was written in 77. I liked some of the characters. They're really fun. And overall, I feel like, honestly, it kind of felt like an ending, which is strange because I do think this is a bigger series, but I could see this one just being the end to the story. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I felt like it was kind of a good conclusion, and I am happy with how it ended. I don't actually feel much of a need to continue on with the series, but yeah, overall it was pretty good. I guess like I am happy that I read it overall because it is kind of like a classic fantasy, right? And so it's good for me to have kind of read these classic fantasy books that help to inspire the rest of the books in the genre. But yeah, it's crazy because I'm pretty sure the series is extremely long and very ongoing, yet I'm kind of content with just reading the first book. So I don't know. That's where we're at, but we'll do another throw. In the interim time, my husband tried doing some throws too, and he's like, this is so hard. And I'm like, I know, I should have thought better of it. And yeah, it kind of is what it is. At this point, we're gonna push through. We're gonna see if we can still win it. I don't know. I might actually like stop being able to function and pay attention to the books that I'm reading today. Whatever. Let's jump into our next throw. Hopefully my extreme tiredness does not make me miss. Maybe it'll like relax me and help me to make it. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Throw number 1. I already have my second ball in place, just because I am anticipating needing it. But here we go. Let's see. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's just 1. We can do this. They bounce forever. It's so irritating. Okay, we got this. Go in. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh. Do you know how happy I am? I was so nervous right there that I was going to swirl out and I would have been so mad. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Please be nice to me. What do we have? Oh no! Ow! I don't think you guys actually understand how happy I am right now. It is, I'm sorry, I don't have like I can't see what you're seeing, but I hope you can see this. It is the remove and throw again prompt. I know it's because I'm so tired, but I legitimately feel like I'm so happy. I might cry a little bit. Oh, this is like a free one, so it means I can remove this cup and throw again without reading a book. I'm so happy. Okay, let's do this. Let's get going. Let's not lose these good vibes. Okay, I'm gonna reposition these. Okay, I'm gonna check the camera. Okay, you can see them. Whew. I'm gonna use the same ball again because it was like a good luck ball for me. Come on, don't let me down. Here we go. Throw number 1 of the second time. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, seriously, they literally bounce forever. Here's this. We got this. I should throw at like 6 in the morning every time. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what our prompt is. What do we got? I can't see it. It's a free pick. I feel like the game is trying to make up for the fact that it was like so horrendously mean to me. I'm so happy. Okay, let me go get some options and we'll pick a book. This is good. This has made me feel so much better about this game. Okay, I have some options of books that I could read as my next pick since it's a free pick. I can't believe we went from having to spin the wheel twice like that to getting a like free spot and a free pick, because those are like the best that are on the board. Granted, I'm still not making them in the first go, which is like an automatic free pick, but I'm definitely not going to complain because I feel like getting it on the second one and being able to just remove a cup without picking a book is actually better than that. So I'm super happy. I'm sorry, like it's 6 in the morning and I am like, my cold is like wanting to kill me right now. It's fine. But some of my options that I grabbed, we have Long Shadow by Olivia Atwater. This is the next book in her Regency fairy tale romance series. I've been really enjoying these. I loved the first one, Half a Soul. It was so fun. Second one was pretty good as well. So I'm really hoping this one will be good. Plus it's short. I have one that'd be like, do I want to give myself a little bit of a challenge? And honestly, I don't even know why I grabbed it. It's Gods of the Weirdwood. And honestly, I'm really excited to get to this book. It's just kind of calling to me and I think it's going to be really good. But it's long and just picking it up to talk about it kind of made me feel a little bit nauseous. So we're removing this one right now. Like I'm just doing it for my mental health. Then I have Truth and Other Lies by Lyra Wolf. This one is a story about like Loki and Norse mythology. And I think this one will be really good. Plus it's not that long. It's just over 300 pages. So I think that this could be a really reasonable one to do. I also grabbed Monstrous, the 8th volume, which is the next volume I need to read. I really like this graphic novel series. Plus, it's a graphic novel, so it'd be pretty quick. But I love the artwork in it. I think it's so beautiful. Here's kind of like an example without like giving away too much. You can't really tell what's going on there. But I just think it's so pretty. And so this one would be a good choice. And my other, my other option to choose would be Lore Olympus, the next volume in that series, which I don't own physically. I say this like every time. Y'all are probably sick of hearing this, but I don't own it physically, so I would read it on Webtoons and I would just look up the number that I would need to read of the different episodes to get to a volume. I think I used the correct terminology there, but it's free on Webtoons, and so that's probably where, well, that's definitely where I would read it because I don't have a physical copy. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've removed Gods of the Weirdwood. So I have these 3 and Lore Olympus, which I'm kind of good with any of them. They're all relatively short. But part of me is like, should I take complete advantage of this free, sorry, my eyes are like closing on their own right now. Yeah. Should I take advantage of this free pick, read Lore Olympus right now before I go to bed, so then I know what my next prompt is going to be, and then I can kind of plan my day accordingly, because I have a feeling I'm going to need a nap today. And I am calling it today because it legitimately feels like today at this point. I have a feeling I'm gonna need a nap today. And if I read Lore Olympus, I'll have that done. And then I'll only have 2 more books to read. And I'll kind of have an idea of like what the next one is. Because if I do have to spin the wheel of like my Patreon picks again, I could get some really long books. Or I could get short books and then I know I have time for a nap. I think I'm gonna do Lore Olympus and throw again tonight. I'm doing well tonight. I will say I did practice while I was listening to the audiobook of The Sword of Shanara because it was so long and I needed to do something to like keep myself a little bit entertained, especially during some of the like traveling parts, because it is very much like has the classic quest fantasy feel to it, right? And so during some of those points, I would practice a little bit of my throwing, and I think it improved. It really couldn't get worse, could it? So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna read Lore Olympus, and then we're gonna throw again, and then I'm just gonna die during the morning sprints tomorrow. But that's okay, because then I'll only have 2 books left at the maximum, because I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we already removed the cup that says that we add an extra throw on there. So, okay, I think that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it. I've decided. It's happening. We're doing it. See you in a minute. Okay, it is now about 6:30 and I have finished Lore Olympus. I think this is volume 6 that I have now finished. This one was a lot about like trauma and kind of how different people in this story dealt with their different traumas. But there were some like new things kind of introduced, new ideas or like deeper lore, I guess, kind of introduced in this one that was really intriguing. We're getting some characters and seeing a little bit more of the motivations of some of these characters, the reasoning behind some of the things that are happening. And I feel like Persephone is definitely kind of changing a bit. And they're really trying to like defend her quite strongly. And I feel like some of it is warranted and some of it I'm like, maybe we should like look into a bit of control anger management classes. I don't know, something along those lines. Overall, it was fun. I feel like this series is just kind of like an easy one to read during readathons. I like the artwork, I like the story, and I do feel like this one was one of the more intriguing ones, and I'm definitely quite interested in the story and to see where it goes from here. So I'm glad that I did choose to read this one for this part. I'm sorry I don't have a ton more thoughts on it because it is like the 6th in a series, so I don't want to give away spoilers. Plus it's like 6:30 in the morning, so like I can't actually think straight right now. My eyes literally are like not even opening very well. Like they just are closing on their own without my permission. But I will get a good solid, I'll go do another throw, pick my next book, and get a good solid 3 and a bit hours of sleep before my first sprints with my Patreons this morning. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully the next book that I get is a short one so that I can get a nap in. Okay, let's see how we do. Let's see how this goes. Really fingers crossed. But it's going to be kind of hard now because there's only 2 cups left. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm feeling like this one, if I make it in even like the first couple throws, it's going to be a miracle. Because there are like 2 cups left. And I couldn't make it when there were 6 cups left. But maybe it's like the early morning. Maybe it works for me. I don't know. I'm actually really cold too because we like to keep it cold for sleeping. And since my husband's sleeping, I have it cold. Okay. See how this goes. Oh gosh, that was so bad. Okay, that was really bad. That was really bad. Okay, let's try this again. Dude! Yes! Yes! Ah, did you see that? You did see that. I am so excited. Okay, let's see what prompt we get. So it's made on 2. So the prompt is an audiobook. I kind of wish it would have been on 3. Then I would have gotten another free pick, which would have been amazing. But I will take audiobook. Oh my gosh, we only have 1 cup left. I am so happy right now. I don't know if y'all actually understand how happy I am. I'll bring you some options of books that I could pick from, but this is going so well. I was really struggling, but this is so much better, and I'm so glad because I'm so tired. I am so happy. I'm going to say that maybe I play better when I'm like extremely exhausted. And on the plus side, I don't think I'm going to be not exhausted for the rest of this readathon because I decided that I was going to stay up so late. And that was a terrible choice on my part, but you know what? Maybe not. There's a chance I wouldn't have played as well if I hadn't. So we're going to pretend like it's because I stayed up late so that I feel a little bit justified. We have Gods of the Weird Wood again. I can get the audiobook for this on Audible. I'm really excited for this book. I feel like it's going to be one I love. It has like a creepy wood and gods, and like I love both those things in books. So I feel like I'm going to be editing these clips moving forward and really being like, what am I saying? anyways, I also have Long Shadow again as an option. I feel like this would be such an easy read. I'd really enjoy it. I also have Truth and Other Lies. Again, this one sounds really intriguing, and I think I would like this one. I can get this audiobook on Audible as well. And also I have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. This is the only new addition to my options, and this one I have the audiobook from when I got this as part of the Secret Projects. I do want to read Yumi because I'm trying to read like all of the Cosmere before the fifth Stormlight comes out, so this would be a really good one. Oh, I don't know. This is rough. This is hard. You know, I honestly think I'm not going to do Yumi right now just because I'm not actually in the mood for this right now, which is strange because I'm really excited to read it, but I don't know. I really want to be in the mood for it because I feel like it could be one of my favorites of Brandon Sanderson's. I also think I'm not going to do this one just because there's a little part of me that is really worried that I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to this book and then I am going to miss a bunch more times because there is only one cup left. This could easily happen. I'm going to miss a bunch of more times and then I'm going to spin that wheel and I'm going to get like House of Leaves or something and then I'll cry. So I think we're going to not do that. So we're down to between these two, which is kind of nice because they're both a little bit shorter. I think they'd be quick reads, either of them, which is really exciting. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Oh, this is so hard. I think I might actually go with Truth and Other Lies. I feel like this sounds good. I feel like this sounds intriguing. And I'm just going to get the audiobook and like do both physical and audiobook reading. I'm sorry. My eyes are like so tired right now. I'm like trying to keep them awake. I've got this. This is what we're going to do. I will admit though that I'm not going to start reading at all right now, and there is a decent chance that by the time I wake up in the morning I change my mind and I'm actually going to give myself the ability to change my mind if I decide to. So I will let you know if I do that, but thank you all for sticking with me if you're still here, because I'm pretty sure I'm just a hot mess at this point and I'm making no sense. So I will see you tomorrow after a few hours of sleep. Wow, this is going to be rough. Okay, this is actually editing Stephanie here, and I was going through and trying to find the clip of me talking about Truth and Other Lies after I'd finished it before I did the next throw, and I realized that either I forgot to film it or I forgot to press record when I went through and filmed it. I would be willing to bet it is the latter, because I had no sleep, and so I wasn't really thinking super clearly. But I wanted you to have a little bit of a clip in here. On the plus side, this is a book that I am doing a dedicated vlog for, so you'll have some of my more in-depth thoughts when that does come out. But I will kind of give you a little bit of a rundown of my thoughts on this book after I finished it. I really, really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a lot of fun. The character of Loki was so entertaining. This is kind of a reimagining, I think, I don't know enough about Norse mythology to be 100% sure, of the story of Loki and his involvement with the other Norse gods and everything that went on around like Ragnarok and those types of things. And this book is set in two different timelines. So we start in the relatively modern day Switzerland town, and then we jump back into the past to see what led up to that, and then by the end we're jumping back to the present. I very much enjoyed this book. I thought that the humor was really great. I liked the character of Loki. I thought he was very well done as well. I do think there was a little bit of time in the middle where it got a little bit slow with pacing, but overall this was very entertaining. I enjoyed the relationships and dynamics between the different gods, particularly Loki and Odin. That was really entertaining, and this was very emotional as well. I felt like I was emotionally invested in Loki as a character, and so that really helped to pull me into the story, and the ending was great. It was such a cliffhanger. I'm excited to continue on with this series, so this was a really good pick. I had such a good time with it, and now y'all can see how my next throw went. Got the microphone on. Okay. Here we go. Last cup of the readathon. I got my glasses on. We've got our ping pong balls. What do we thinking the odds are of me making this in the first throw? I'm thinking pretty much 0 from past experience, but this could be it. This could be the time that we make it on the first one. We haven't done it yet. It would be a pleasant way to end the readathon. Could happen. No! I'm so happy! What are my, oh, it's a free pick. I don't even have to worry about what these prompts are. What were they? Less than 300 pages, monthly TBR and plants on the cover. I would not have been mad about any of those, but we got a free pick. We made it on the first shot. If any of you bet in the comments that I would make it on the first throw, you're amazing, and I appreciate your support of me, and it's because of amazing people like you that went in. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Yeah, you know, after the first couple rounds, I was pretty positive I was never gonna play this game again because I was just like pretty much devastated in how horrible I was, but now I have this urge to play it again, and I think I need to squash that because I might just be getting lucky. I don't know, but oh my gosh, this is our first free pick. Well, we've had a free pick before, but it's our first free pick because we earned it. And I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go find some books and we'll pick which one I'm gonna read. Oh man, I can't believe that that's the way we ended it. I'm feeling so much better about this game. I was feeling pretty bad about it at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie. I was so frustrated, and I don't know if maybe I'm aiming better with less cups because I'm like actually aiming for a cup instead of just like willy-nilly throwing it towards the cups. Maybe that was part of it, or honestly it might have been just like I did practice some while I was reading The Sword of Shanara, because that was like a very, very, very long book, right? And so I feel like I got a little bit of practice in there, so maybe that helped. Maybe I should practice before I start playing this game so I'm in the zone of it. If I ever decide to play it again, I don't know. At this point, I am borderline whether that is a relatively good idea or not. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you liked this and if you'd like to see me play it again or not. So I did grab some options of books that I could read for it. I again grabbed Long Shadow, which is definitely an option that would be easy to get through. I feel like I would be able to finish the one tonight, but I would love it. I really do enjoy these books in this series. They're super easy to get through, very bingeable. I also grabbed Gods of the Weirdwood. This is, I didn't actually realize this, but this is the same author who wrote The Bone Ships, which I actually liked The Bone Ships. I know that it's very hit or miss for people, but this one, did I realize this before? I might be re-realizing this because I've had no sleep today, so let's be honest, I'm not thinking super clearly, but this one I'd be really excited to do. Plus, this is one that I am going to be doing a vlog for as well, so I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of do another binge vlog. I feel like my thoughts are a little more coherent sometimes in books when I'm doing them in the binge way. I also have Wrath on here. This one would be kind of my challenge book for this readathon if I wanted to, because it is so long. This is the final book in the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne. Let's see, how many pages do we got here? Okay, it's going on 700 pages. It looks super, super chunky. I mean, like 700 pages is long, but still, this would be a challenge. And then I also have Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. And I don't know if I'm more in the mood for it now than I was before, because I am just like happier now because I feel so confident about my ability to finish the readathon. I don't know. This one's definitely an option. I just feel like I'm going to absolutely love it, and I'm so excited for it. So, oh, okay. You know, I think I'm going to remove this one from the running just because I think I would finish it probably during my first set of sprints with my Patreons tonight. And I'm going to have sprints with them again tomorrow, and I wouldn't really have anything to read necessarily. So I think this might be a good one to remove from contention. You know, I kind of want to remove this one too because I want a bit of a challenge. I kind of want one of the chunky books to challenge myself for the finality of this readathon. And so I think we're between these two books here. Which one am I feeling more? I just kind of need to go off of vibes and what like I think I want to read right now. honestly, I feel like I kind of want this vibe, this creepy, dark woods with these gods and this kind of creepy magic. I'm wanting that aesthetic and that vibe. Maybe it's because like it's so rainy outside and it's kind of dreary that I'm just feeling this right now. But I think this is it. I think we're gonna go with Gods of the Weird Wood. How long is this? This is pretty chunky as well. Okay, this is over 600 pages. So it's almost as long as Wrath, but not quite. This is about 622 and this one's like 684 or something like that. Those are estimates, don't come for me. They seem specific for estimates, so that's just me like saying. Ooh, the writing is kind of small in here. I'm so excited for it. But yeah, this is gonna be so much fun. I am excited about this pick. I think I'm gonna enjoy this book. I think I'm gonna love it. This book has been on my radar for a while, so yeah. This is it. This is what I'm choosing. I'm excited for this. This is gonna be a good end to the readathon. I did not expect to be in this good of a mood at the end of this readathon, given how this readathon started. So yeah, this is what we're going with. I don't know how late I'm gonna be able to stay up reading tonight though, because I have gotten like no sleep. I almost feel, you know, that almost like giddy manic feeling you start to get when you're super tired and it's just kind of like pushed past the point of exhaustion and you're in that a little bit hyped up phase. That's kind of where I'm at right now. So maybe I'll just ride that wave as long as I can and read as much of this book as I can tonight before I absolutely crash, and just fingers crossed I'll be able to finish it by the end of the readathon. I'm really excited about this. I think it's gonna be so much fun. Okay, this is the final clip of this readathon, and wow, this has kind of been a whirlwind of emotions readathon for me. I feel like there were moments where I was just so nervous and I was kind of freaking out about the throws, and then I would make it, I don't know, like my emotions have been all over the place. It was really fun. I was a little bit worried at the beginning, but it turned out actually so great. This was such a fun weekend. Started off real rough, but we pulled through and it was fun. And I have finished Gods of the Weird Wood. Okay, I'm not going to talk too in depth in this because I did do a vlog of myself reading it, so you can get a little bit more of my thoughts, but overall I really enjoyed this book. I loved the character work in this. I liked the atmosphere of it. I like the world that was developed in here. I really like our main character. I think he was very interesting and he was very emotionally engaging for me, and I like side characters in this book. So overall, this was definitely a hit. I do feel that I binged this book quite quickly, and there are some parts in here where I think the pacing is a little off and parts of it gets a little wordy, particularly towards the end and in the middle. Like there's some parts where I'm like, this is dragging on a little bit, but because I binged it, I don't think I really noticed that quite as much as I might have if maybe I would have like set it down and picked it back up, because I do find that in the slower parts, if there is a little bit of pacing issues, it can pull me out of the story a bit and I won't want to pick it back up as much. But of course I binged this one because I did it for the readathon, so it didn't affect me as much. But I could see that being a problem for people when they were reading it. I thought that the end had a really good payoff, and I loved the epilogue of this book. I am so excited to read the next book. I did look it up, and it is going to be released in September of 2024, according to Google. So I'm definitely going to be picking up the next book in the series. I can't wait. I think it's going to be so much fun. And yeah, I really enjoy R.J. Barker's writing style, his characters. He makes very kind of morally gray characters that are kind of trying to do the right thing, but also are quite practical, which I like. I like characters that are like able to like use their brains and not completely let this like sense of self-righteousness take over all the time. So yeah, I think overall this was definitely a hit. I really enjoyed it. I would highly recommend it if you like kind of grim dark fantasy with a unique magic and a really interesting world. So yeah, this is the final book of the readathon. Now, usually I hold up a stack of the books that I read during the readathon at this point in like the mini Star Hop games, but I realized I only own 2 of the books that I read during this readathon. So I will hold them up. I have them right here, but we'll go through the books that I read. So first I read Into the Wild for a spinner wheel pick, and this is really fun and cute book. I liked it. Then I ended up having to do another spinner wheel pick, and I read Sword of Shanara, which was a chonker, and I am so proud of myself for getting through that one. Then I ended up getting a free pick, and that one was Olympus Volume 6, I believe. Then I read Truth and Other Lies, which was for an audiobook. Really enjoyed that one. And then, of course, as my final one, I had a free pick and I read Gods of the Weird Woods. So overall, I read 5 books during this readathon. 2 of them were well over 600 pages. So I think that this was a huge success. I'm feeling really good about myself at this point. I still didn't read as many books as I wanted to throughout the month, but this weekend alone was really good. I had a lot of fun with it, and it started off rough, as y'all might see in the clip, and as my patrons know because they were on sprints with me, but overall, I had a lot of fun, and I'm so glad I did this. I'm having fun coming up with different ways to do 48-hour readathons, and I think I'm going to continue doing this, just coming up with different games that I can play to make my 48-hour readathons fun and exciting, and I think I'm going to keep doing this. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do this same exact readathon over again, but doing mini star hop mixed in with other unique ones, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Let me know if you had fun with this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.